Hello, in this video we're gonna speak about DHCP. We will try to install one DHCP server in a computer, well, in a virtual machine, and see if it works well in our private internal network. Okay, we will talk about DHCP, what is and how it works, maybe in another video. But in this one it will be very practical. We will install one DHCP server and it will configure, make a little and very simple configuration. Okay, so I have gone to one wiki in the internet, to this Debian wiki, and we have an episode, a chapter here which talks about DHCP server, and we will see how to install and configure and see if it works well in a computer. Okay, so remember that we had two virtual machines. This one is the client. Okay, we'll click here. This is the client, the one on the right, and I can see its configuration, which it is. Okay, at this moment it has no configuration, and if we go to network interfaces file, we have it as DHCP, so it's not it doesn't have any network configuration because it's requesting to a DHCP server, which we will install in the computer here on the left. Okay, I will put it like that so we can maybe manage it better. And in here we will start from the beginning. We will go here, here in Firefox, and you see that it says, okay, installation, install the ISC DHCP server. So we will use the command here, apt get install ISC DHCP server. So one will install it. It's installing and it is not working because it's not configured. Very important. So at this moment you see here red sentences. It's working well, but we have to configure so it works in the future. Okay, so we will configure the main files. Okay, configuration. First you should edit or create the file etc default ISC DHCP server with root permissions. Okay, so we will go to there, ISC DHCP server etc default. So we go here, nano, to edit it. I can't remember, etc default default ISC DHCP server, and here you have to specify from which network interface is going to deliver the requests. You know that here we'll put again the image. You remember that this computer, this server, is in two networks, so it will attend to DHCP requests from this interface, and this interface in our case, you remember, it is M0S8. So in V4 interfaces we will put M0S8. S3 is the interface that is in the other network. Okay, so we specify this. Very well. What else? Now we go to the basic configuration, which is in etc dhcp dhcpd.conf. Okay, I will use this like that, and we will use it. So here we will try to edit, nano, It's etc DHCP dhcpd.conf, and we have this file. This file is all commented, nothing is working. We will try to make or configure the main DHCP servers option. We'll configure them all in this file. Okay, so it says you can add a domain. Okay, we are not going to configure this. What else? We can add the domain name servers, the DNS. We are not going to talk about any DNS servers here, so we will try to do something else, something different. Okay, so we will create another subnet. This subnet is the subnet from the whole network, which is going to be delivered automatically using the DHCP. Okay, so we will copy this subnet 192, which is our network, 168.20.0 network. Inside this network, which has this net mask 255.255.255.0, we open and say, okay, which is going to be the range, the subnet which is going to be inside this network. Range 192.168.20. And from where are we going to start? Imagine that we want to deliver from 30 to 100. So from 30 to 192.168.20, 100, it's going to be delivered all using DHCP. Okay, and then you have the option, I think that's not compulsory here, you can add which is going to be the gateway for these elements. In this configuration, if you remember, here in the diagram, you see that these computers which are connected to this computer is the router, the gateway to go outside this network. Okay, to go from the internet network to maybe the internet, the gate we are going to use is this server, this machine. And which is this machine's address, IP address, which is so it's, you have to put option routers, we will put the IP address 192.168.20.1. Finish and finish. Okay, so it's done. So we have to rerun to make the changes effective. Okay, so we will save. Yes, and it is saved. So we will restart. Service ISC DHCP server restart. It's not found because this command service is inside SBIN also. It starts working, so we typed everything well. If you make a mistake, maybe you get crazy because you don't find where is the mistake, and maybe it's because you have make a little mistake with a comma, or maybe you haven't spelled well range, you have put rage instead of range, so be careful with that. Okay, now it's working. Let's see the status. We have restarted. Status and it's working, and now it's green. You see here active running. Okay, now it is working. Let's go to the client. Okay, here we have the client, and let's see the configuration. Now at this moment it has nothing, but if we restart, so etc init.d networking restart, it has restarted, and now which is the no, it doesn't appear. Sometimes we have problems with networking restart. Okay, so we will do a little thing that is, well, I'm going to try it again, and also I will turn off and on the interface, which will be sbin if down emp0s3 emp0s3. Well, I think that this should be if up, you turn it on, and now it's trying to discover. It's discovered. You can see here the whole process because it's listening, sending, and it sent DHCP discover message, and it has a response. The offer is to be 20.30, and yes, it's working. Now we will see which is our configuration, IPCA, and now we are, well, this client is 192.168.20.30. We have configured to have a range between 30 and 100, and the first one is 30, so it has delivered well. Okay, so very simple. We have configured a DHCP server. It is working. It has more options, but the basics are here. Okay, so I finished with this video, and I think that it will be useful for you. Okay, see you in the next one.